Hey, this is Cody and Mark. We're going to be doing 12-lead EKG interpretation using Dubin's 5-step method. So first we're going to begin with rate. We're going to be counting down the large boxes from 300, 150, 100, 75, 60, and 50, which this rate is about between 60 and 75. Next we're going to begin with rhythm. We're going to look at R to R intervals and P to P intervals, which these are regular. There's a P before every QRS and a QRS after every P wave. Next, we're going to look at axis. We have normal axis deviation with the upright QRSs in lead 1 and lead AVF. Next, we're going to look at left ventricular hypertrophy. So we're going to look at the S wave in V1 and the R wave in V5, which the S wave in V1 is about a little over 1, and the R wave in V5 is about 3. So both added together are less than 7. Next, we're going to look at infarction. So we're going to look for inverted T waves, which are none. We're going to look at ST depression elevation, which we have ST elevation leads 2, 3, and AVF, the inferior leads. No Q waves there. And then next we're going to look at the anterior leads V1 through 4. We have ST depression in leads V2 and 1. And next we're going to look at the lateral leads, which are all normal. So diagnosis is sinus rhythm with ST elevation and depression and the inferior and anterior leads affecting the left anterior descending artery and the right or left coronary artery depending on dominance. Next up is Mark.
Okay, so here's another EKG. We'll start with rate again. This one has a rate between 50 and 60. If you look from R to R, you see that the rhythm is regular. There is 1 P wave for each QRS and 1 QRS for each P wave. The PR intervals are less than 0.2. QRSs are less than 0.12. In this one, we do not see any axis deviation. Leads 1 and AVF are both positive deflections. For hypertrophy, we do not see any left ventricular hypertrophy in this 12 lead. The S wave in V1 and R wave in V5 add up to less than 35 millimeters. In terms of ischemia, we see elevation in leads 2 and 3 and also AVF, and we see ST depression in leads 1 and AVL. And this leads us to believe that there is a possible infarct in the right coronary artery. So our overall would be sinus bradycardia with inferior lead ischemia with possible infarct in the right coronary artery. And so that wraps up our interpretation.